Lipari, Italy, January 17, 2025.
Ci sono le tavole là sopra che sono...
Vai.
A furious storm is isolated in the Aeolian Islands today. Impressive image arriving from Lipari, in particular from Sato Monastero, searched on social media by Gabriel Costenzo. In a video accompanying the article, you can see the fury of the sea directly reaching the streets of the town, such as large part of the Marina Langa seafront, flooding them and partially submerging some stationary cars. The waves up to 4 meters high. The port of Sato Monastero could have also suffered damage. Due to the stormy sea, the Aeolian Islands have been isolated since yesterday afternoon. With the cyclone rising from the heart of the Mediterranean towards central southern Italy, a storm of very violent winds is raging that affects all the central southern regions and Sardinia. The storm, packing wind gusts exceeding 100 km per hour, over much heat the territory of Italy and especially in the south, between the Tyrrhenian Sea, the Strait of Sicily, and the Ionian Sea. Damage and disruptions are reported everywhere in the Aeolian Islands due to the storm, with several towns and structures held hostage by the storm surges. The Lipari hamlet of Canneto is on its knees where the waves have invaded. Once again, the Marina Garibaldi making traffic impossible and also carrying onto the roadway the material that had been piled up on the side of the road or near the sea outlets. After the cleanup operations of the last few days, traffic is diverted to the parallel Cesare Battisti where traffic is alternating one way, regulated by traffic lights among many difficulties. Water has infiltrated into the ground floor homes. The storm surge also hit the part of the volcano. Under constructions, where damage to the port facilities has been reported. The landing place of Filicati Port, where to the damage already caused by the storm surge of the past few days, more would have been added. For the fire department, it was a succession of calls and interventions for fallen trees and flooding.
Che pediste?
In Canneto, the island's #1 tourist destinations, the sea flooded the entire seafront. The citizens relieved the tragedy of January 31st due to the violent storm surge that invaded the road, reaching shops, houses, and cars. Yesterday evening, due to a new windstorm, the sea hit the seafront again, from UNCI to Marina Garibaldi up to Calandra. Meanwhile, for the rest, with every storm, there is always the sea in the strait, but never like in this situation. For the residents, there were hours of panic and fear seeing the sea advancing on the strait. Calandra is now completely defenseless. The coast no longer exists, but only the rocks that had been deposited for what was supposed to represent the protections of the town. Meanwhile, in other areas in Sicily, strong gusts of wind, rain, and flooding. These are the atmospheric phenomena that are affecting various locations in eastern and central Sicily in the last few hours. Five others in actions in the Catania area with strong winds that have caused storm surge along the entire seafront. A strong gusty wind and rain are also hitting Enna. There are fallen trees on 117 Bs, the road that goes from Enna to Piazza Armerina, a mandatory route for those who have to reach Enna from the motorway from Catania. In Randazzo, 17 people were evacuated as a precaution due to the swelling of the Annunziata torrent. The families were placed with relatives and in hotels with the support of the Red Cross, Fire Department, Forestry Corps, and Carabinieri. In Scordia, the flooding of the Salto Primavera and Lodiero torrents has subsided. The people who were evacuated as a precautions have returned to their homes. In Mr. Bianco, a driver was stuck in the passenger compartment of his car on a road completely flooded with water. The interventions of the firefighters was necessary to free him. 6 interventions are still underway regarding water damage in general, assistance services, static instability, and drainage. The most critical situations are in Catania, Palagonia, and Riposto. The volunteer system is fully operational, with 400 operators and over 100 specialized vehicles such as pickups and water pumps, engaged in patrolling and managing critical situations. The head of department, Salvo Cosina, follows the evolutions of the situations in contact with the prefect and with the presidents of the region, Renato Schifani. Despite the persistent rain phenomena, the trend is improving, but local phenomena in strong intensity are not excluded. The populations is invited to follow the official communications and to maintain maximum cautions.